Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody
What's going on, Titan Nation? How's everybody doing? Welcome into a new edition of TNT Tonight. I'm your man, Blue Enforcer, aka The Truth. I hope y'all are having a good episode, good night on this Thursday night. I did not do a show last night. I needed a moment to reflect on this election that just happened. I am not going to get political um, because it's not my place, even though I know I've had some supporters leave my side. And that's okay because, we think differently. I just needed some time to kind of, decompress and kind of get, try to see if I can work my way past it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So that's why I did not do a show yesterday. But we're going to go ahead and get into what we came in to talk about. And let's talk about the Tennessee Titans. Talk about some sports, something happy. We're going to definitely talk about. So that's what we're going to do. Um, you know, definitely, y'all know I'm not one to really get political on this platform, so I'm not going to start. But first thing I need everybody to do is make sure y'all share this show out. Make sure that you're following on Facebook, Twitter X, or Instagram. Also, if you definitely want to show love, you could definitely give up a super chat. I would definitely appreciate that. Or you can hit up my my Cash App as well. That's helping the channel, helping the algorithm, helping me to make a better channel, helping to bring more content to you, my boy B Payne. How you doing, sir? Good to hear from you. Um, Also, make sure y'all smash that like button. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Help the algorithm and help bring more people to the channel. Again, make sure y'all share the show out. And make sure y'all are lively and at least leave a comment and show some love. And then also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and put all under your notifications on the bell so that way you know when I'm going live. And then last but not least, also follow me on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple or Google Podcasts. I try to make sure I put all my episodes on there as much as I can. I know I get behind, but I definitely do the best I can on that. So please bear with me on that. But a trade deadline, something else happened on Tuesday. A trade deadline happened. And it's come and gone. And we talked about the Tennessee Titans already last week, making the move with DeAndre Hopkins getting traded, and he seems to be pretty acclimated, getting acclimated pretty well in Kansas City. And then also Ernest Jones on his third team this year, going to the Seattle Seahawks. We already talked about that last week, but was wondering if they were going to make any more moves at the trade deadline, and comes to find out they did not. They did not make any other trades at the deadline, even though they were getting some calls about Arden Key. They were getting some calls about Sebastian Joseph Day, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. But nothing materialized from that. And obviously, some teams tried to put out fillers on Big Jeff, but the Titans stand firm and basically said, nope, we are not trading Big Jeff. CJ2K says you should make a TikTok, grow a bigger community. I really am not big on TikTok yet. I'm trying to wait until after this whole thing with this whole China mess is done. Maybe if it's, stays within domestic realms of America, then yes, maybe I might consider it, even though I don't really care for TikTok like that. Um, but if it'll help grow, then maybe I will be willing to consider that. CJ says us not trading Arden Key makes me think we're gonna resign him. Obviously, they feel like he's been doing some good because I mean he had a couple of sacks against Detroit and did some good things against New England. and so thought maybe thinking he might be worth holding on to instead of trading him away, and maybe the price that they were trying to get for him was not good enough, so they decided, you know what, we're just gonna hold on to him. And maybe the same thing with Sebastian Joseph Day. I saw Darius Smith. He got traded to the Lions, I believe, for a fifth rounder in 25, and I believe like a sixth rounder in 26, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely do remember that trade. It was like a fifth rounder, so maybe they were thinking somewhere around that realm, and maybe they were not getting the offers that they thought they should. Um, and so that's probably a good reason why the Tennessee Titans um, decided to stay with Arden Key. And so I, I really do think that they could have maybe tried to get something for him, but I guess they decided that it is best to that it is best not to trade him, and that might end up being a good thing. We don't know. That's something that we're definitely going to find out. So the Titans are pretty quiet. Some other teams decided to make some moves. Mike Evans going to the Jets. Again, I aforementioned Darius Smith going to the Lions. I know there was some other trades that were made as well that is definitely big. And the NFL trade deadline has definitely become a lot more busier within the last 10 to 15 years, because normally, back in the early 2000s, the trade deadline was definitely a thing that didn't get nobody excited because they really wouldn't do anything at the trade deadline. But now, it's picking up. There's some incentive to do trades, and it's actually getting some pubs. So that's definitely very interesting on that. So the trade deadline has definitely come and gone. But something else that did happen was we've got a new player, of course, from the New England game. We did, for the New England game, I didn't get to mention this before. Titans did get the win 20-17, but Lloyd Cushenberry and Quandre Diggs go to the IR. Both of their seasons are over. Probably for Quandre Diggs, his time as a Tennessee Titan may have come and gone as well, because he was only on a 1-year deal, so he may not get re-signed, even though he did do some good. I mean, I could see them bringing him back depending on how this new safety Mike Edwards does. Of course, he got his uh, granted his release from the Buffalo Bills uh, earlier last week. He got his release, and then he immediately came to Tennessee, took a physical, and was able to get signed. Let's see, Derek saying, some truth grab, we didn't fire, sell everything. I know you sad about that win last week, but these guys are pros that needed a win to stay positive, although we're going to lose out more than likely. I mean, yeah, and I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on that. Yes, I was not happy that we won that game, and this is why. Because I know there are some people out there that will call me a fake fan and not a real fan and all of that. And you know what? Like the election, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't really give a damn, because the fact of the matter is this: I've been a fan of this team since 1996. I've been with this team for a very, very long time. I've been through the good years when we went to the Super Bowl. We beat Peyton Manning. The year that we went 1-4 and then ended up winning 9 in a row, got to 11-5, won the AFC South, and nearly got to the Super Bowl again. Went through the years with Jeff Fisher when we were 4-12, 5-11 back-to-back seasons. Went through the war. Went through 2008 when we got into the playoff against Baltimore just to lose the game when we had home field advantage. Went through the wars of the Ken Whisenhunt years, and believe me when I tell you, those were some rough years. Those 2 years, 3-23 as a head coach. Oh, I went through the wars, baby. Y'all better understand. I'm a real Titans fan. Been with this team through the good, been with this team through the bad. And there have been some bad years. Trust me on that. But I was not happy with the win simply because had we lost the game, which it was leaning towards that happening, we would be in the number one draft slot right now. We would be in the number one draft slot right now. With a chance, you really had to pick in the litter, Cam or Shedeur. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult to be able to pull that off because now you're behind a lot of teams who need to do some winning. Miami, the Giants, the Raiders, the Browns, Carolina. We know Carolina ain't gonna really win anymore. New Orleans might not win anymore. Now Jacksonville, we might need to lose both of those games. We might be able to make a move. New England lost and went down a bit when they beat the Jets, and now they're right back at the number one position as if they never left. So that's why I was mad when we won. For team morale, I've heard everybody say that, and I get it. You don't want to lose the locker room. So for the players, and really for Brian Callahan, because I saw his press conference, he got a little emotional saying we needed it bad, I needed it bad, and I'm like, I can understand that. He did need a win. He did. Yeah, losing Cushenberry was bad. I say we bring Diggs back. We're gonna have to see. Let's see. We got Stevie. What's going on? I just want a healthy and competitive tank. I mean, yeah, exactly. But it's okay. It's good to at least get one win. It's nice to celebrate a win every once in a while. But Mike Edwards comes over, definitely to help with the replacement of Quandre Diggs. He'll fit right in. And I think that's a very good sign, and we're going to need some help at the safety position when it comes to that. TNT tonight going again. I thought Drake May was sure going to bring him a comeback, but I got to give a shout out to Amani Hooker. Amani Hooker had a hell of a game. Amani Hooker had a good game. Big Jeff had a good game. Tony Pollard's first 100-yard game. Calvin Ridley actually had a nice game too. So definitely was very good. Definitely got some notes from the practices this week. Looking at the injury report, Will Levis could be returning. He could be returning. Now, L'Jarius Sneed still not looking good right now. Tony Pollard probably getting a little rest. Tajay Spears was limited back as a full participant, so he could be on his way to returning. Will Levis, full participant, so he might be returning. Definitely. So that's that could be a very, very good thing. Christian Fulton did not practice. Khalil Mack did not practice for the Chargers. So if they're without Khalil Mack, that could be very interesting. You still got to deal with Joey Bosa, and you also got to deal with Morgan Fox. Morgan Fox had a good game against Cleveland. I'm just trying to see if anybody of significance. I know Joey's limited. So yeah, Khalil Mack could be out. Christian Fulton, our typical soft tissue injury guy, he's out. He might be out. So this is gonna be a very interesting game out on the West Coast. I'm gonna let y'all know I will not be doing a live stream of that game because I have to work. I already figured, the team ain't really looking that great. I might as well be making some cash at a sports bar, and maybe, listening to the game a little bit. But I will replay and watch the game back, and then I will do a post game. So I will do a post game in regards to that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So no live stream on Sunday since I do have to work. And then there won't be a live stream next week with Minnesota because, again, I have to work. I wouldn't get off till 3. But, again, I will go back. I will replay the game, and then I will do a post game. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Said I was good with that home win, but moving forward, I agree. As long as we stay in top 3 range, we got a shot. I agree. I want Shedeur. He's the safer pick, and I would definitely agree with that. But I like Cam. I like Cam Ward's pedigree. I definitely do like that. So that's going to be very interesting. But again, let's get into this game against the LA Chargers that we've got coming up. The trade deadline has passed. We have a new safety in the building. We have the Chargers coming up, and right now, according to Terry McCormick, it looks like Will Levis could be on track to start this game because Brian Callahan has said it that once healthy, Will Levis will be the starting quarterback again, and it looks like he is on his way to doing just that. Full participant today, so it does look like Will Levis is on track to restart this Sunday. And for our draft stock, that's good news because Will Levis is not it. He's going to throw some interceptions, maybe 1 or 2, and I don't expect to see any improvement. Maybe I'll be surprised, maybe I'll be shocked, but I highly doubt it. But this game, we're going to see where they are. Maybe, maybe this is maybe this is a chance to turn things around a little bit, maybe grab a few wins. So we're definitely going to see. But the Chargers are definitely a good football team. They're 5-3. They just got a win over the Cleveland Browns in pretty convincing fashion. And I have my 4 points to victory and how the Tennessee Titans may be able to pull off an upset out in Tinseltown in SoFi Stadium. We're going to start with the defensive side of the ball. Number 1, you're going to have to find a way to get after Justin Herbert. Myles Garrett for the Cleveland Browns, he took Rashawn Slater to school. He got a couple of sacks on Justin Herbert with Rashawn Slater, who is a Pro Bowl tackle. And Myles Garrett made him look like a fool. So we're going to have to find ways to get to Justin Herbert, get to the quarterback, and knock off his timing. So that's something that we're definitely going to have to do. Ghostly depressed Saints fan, I need y'all to do some winning. So number 1, get after Justin Herbert. Number 2, along with getting after Justin Herbert, you got to get off the field on 3rd down. You're one of the best 3rd down defenses in the league. Y'all have got to get off the field. Now, that's not going to be easy because they got some good weapons. Josh Palmer is improving and definitely becoming a good receiver. You also got Ladd McConkey, the rookie from Georgia, who is a very good safety net. And then also you got Quinn Johnston, who definitely looking like he's going to become a player. So you're going to have to find a way to get off the field. And I know Denard Wilson in a press conference maybe earlier this week, a couple of days ago, was talking about he really wanted to get Jerome Baker on the field, but Gibby was looking really good. This one is not a good matchup. This particular team is not a good matchup for Gibby. Said we need to win. And Brandon like praying for Ghost. Yeah, praying that y'all can win some games. Even though Dennis Allen, I believe, got fired, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, so Dennis Allen got fired as head coach of the New Orleans Saints. So, yeah, we'll say good luck. But we got to get off the field on third down if we're going to have any success. And you got to get out to Justin Herbert. Now, I'm not saying I forgot about J.K. Dobbins because he's a pretty decent back. But Justin Herbert is the bigger threat. Now to the offensive side. Number 3. If Will Levis is going to start, first I'm going to say for the defense, you have got to just get off the field. If Will Levis is going to start, for the love of God, please try not to turn the ball over. Try not to turn the ball over. Try to protect the football as best as you can. I don't know who started at right tackle, whether it be Njoku or Leroy Watson. But perhaps this might be a good run, punt type of game. Because Brian Callahan has got to figure out a way to protect Will Levis from himself. And yeah, Ghosty, I did notice that. I forgot about that. Marshawn Lattimore did get traded to the Commanders. I forgot about that. Yeah, I saw that too. But you got to protect the football, Will. I don't believe in you, but maybe we find something. Maybe these few weeks that you've been on the bench, maybe you've learned something. I don't know. Brothers, I started game day drinking already. Crazy thing is, I'm working at a sports bar and I can't drink alcohol. I feel sad about that. But number 3, take care of the football. And number 4, try to build on this win. Tony Pollard was a big part of this. Try to build on this win. Gain more confidence. Because I like what J.C. Latham's been doing and what Skoronski's been doing. I don't know who's starting at center. I'm going to venture that it is going to be, I believe it's going to be Daniel Brunskill at center. If Dylan Radins can play, I believe Brunskill's going to be at center. Radins will be at right guard. I believe right tackle will either be Njoku or Leroy Watson. But if Dylan Radins can't go, then Corey Levin will be at center and Daniel Brunskill will be at right guard. So, offensive line is going to be important. Protect the quarterback. At least get some push. Left side, I'm not worried about, but I am worried from center to right side. That's going to be information. That's going to be something. Will Levis better not leave receiver to Derwin James. I agree. I mean, and a lot of y'all have some crazy optimism. Levis didn't sound too confident in his interview. No, he didn't. And B-Bay, I'm not liking how you acting right now, sir. I'm not liking this attitude from you when you comes to that. Yeah, we did score over 17 points. I'm shocked by that. Jumbo pack. If we lose to Atlanta at home, I might drink myself to death. Let's not go to death now. Let's not go to death now. You know, drink some, but in moderation. In moderation, shall we? But offensive line is going to be key. You got to protect the quarterback, and you got to provide a running lane. So we don't know if Tony Pollard's going to play. I will probably lean that he's going to play. So, number one, again, you got to get after Justin Herbert. Number two, get off the field on third down. You're one of the best third down defenses in the league. Get off the field. Number three, protect the football, mainly for Will Levis, if he starts. Really for Mason Rudolph, too, because he tends to throw some interceptions, too. And number four, got to win in the trenches on the offensive line. But number five, I'm going to add one more because this has been a really struggling part all year. Can we stop screwing up on special teams? Because special teams gave up a couple of more plays that could have cost us the game. Special teams has been an unmitigated disaster. So can we please, for the love of God, take care of your responsibilities on special teams? Goes and said, the Blue Jays enough to kill my pain. That's what I got to give you on that one. Can we run the offense Malik ran on us? Well, we don't have a Malik-type quarterback on this team. We are in the middle of the season when our players become riddled with injuries. True enough. Special teams ain't special. I agree. We used to be really good on special teams a long time ago. They won't get rid of that special teams coach. He needs to go. Might as well punt the ball out of bounds every time. That would be good. Because besides Nick Folk and to a lesser extent Ryan Stonehouse, special teams has been horrible. And that could hurt us in the end of the day. I don't expect us to win this game, which is good for me. But it seems like the players are in, they're going to fight for Brian Callahan. And I can appreciate that. I do appreciate seeing a team with some fight. And that's pretty important. This team has got to fight. And if they can fight, they might be able to win. And we're definitely going to find out about that. To wrap up tonight's show, now we did see that the Bengals are going to be playing the Ravens tonight. So you got our legend, the man that is still our king, even though he plays in that god-awful purple and I hate it. Derrick Henry is still our king. We'll be playing tonight against the Cincinnati Bengals. And we should pay attention to the Bengals a little bit because we do play them later this season. Louis Chandler said we will get the 7th seed. You are way overly optimistic. Even though it is mistimed and ill-informed, it is grand. I'll give you that. Derrick Henry leading them in rushing. Look, I don't like either team either. I'm just saying for Derrick Henry. So, we definitely going to see. But that's going to be a very interesting game. and we're definitely going to find out what this team is made of. But, that's going to be a very fun game, Ravens and Bengals. We're definitely going to see what the Titans do on Sunday. The basketball season has begun. Grizzlies got a big win last night over the Lakers. College basketball season is up and going as well. So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm going to definitely try to be paying attention to my Tigers. And so we're definitely going to get into all of that too. But I hope everybody is having a good rest of their Thursday. No matter what happened, with what happened this week, whether, if you're sad, we just need time to reflect and understand what's about to happen. To anybody else, come respectfully and come correct. That's all I'm saying. But I think that's going to wrap up tonight's show. If we get anything new coming around the turnpike, I'll definitely get with you. Again, we will do TNT post game probably on Monday. Because again, I gotta work. I may be able to watch part of the game, but then I'm gonna have to go to work at like 5 o'clock, and I won't get off until late. So I will probably be watching the game either very late Sunday night or early Monday morning. But I will definitely do a post game after that. Yeah, we can't do no more winning. We cannot do no more winning. Losing out is good for us. Again, losing is winning at the end of the day. But everybody, I thank y'all so much for tuning into TNT tonight. I'm your host, Blue Enforcer, a.k.a. The Truth. Again, definitely make sure y'all give a like to the channel. Make sure everybody that's in here give a like. And also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And make sure y'all download Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, or Google Podcasts, and definitely get down with me there as well. And I thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all go and y'all have a good night and tighten up, because that's all we know how to do. Good night, y'all.